In Benguet, with the participation of 86 farmer cooperators, the following are the identified good practices. For low elevation, among those selected are forest enrichment by planting fruit and forest trees and follow cropping after rice.
Organic farm dito yung na-establish tayo isang medyo very slowly growth na. So naka-focus kami iti na ganan. Grafting, budding, different kinds na panag-graft iti mula na i-detalye di ay.
Tiar arami din mi no na-harvest mi jay pagay nakatiwangwang daytan ta awan ti danom nga umanay. Nakitak ijay kwa jay garlic nga jay 2 in 1/4 kilo nga inted da nga inmulak naiwanak ijay 110 days idi after 110 days anda mati harvest ko nga 21 kilos.
In middle elevation, the good practices include seed potato production in a greenhouse, improving soil fertility by composting, integrating lemon trees in vegetable farms as slope protection, and small irrigation facilities to support vegetable production.
Bali, tikasapulan dito kwa talagang greenhouse covered covered ngay tapno uray agbagyo kan kwa mayat kumahan nga madadal jay mula nga mabalin mat no kwa no summer mabalin nga ikwam ijay likod ti balay lang.
For its technical soundness as far as the option is concerned, maganda po ito kasi through this structure, the greenhouse, the beneficiaries can produce their own seeds during off-season, especially during rainy season. They can produce their own seeds, and they can this technology you can eliminate or evade contaminations of diseases through the use of these plastic pots and the use of clean planting materials.
So tikas lang may nga pagmayatan na dito i-compose kat mabalin nga isuna lang ti usarum hanggang mabalin nga usar iti dagitoy commercial fertilizers and dagitoy commercial insecticides. So okay lang day compose nga usarum nga pag-abono kat at least adamat iti sellable nga products nga maapit. So at least nakalis ang katigastos ang gumatang pesticide, insecticide, the fertilizers na magatang. Kundi ko na nga at least ma-recover na ko the fertility ti daga.
So what has this to do with climate change? If we put the composting, use this very efficient composting, we improve the soil fertility, and a fertile soil will be able to hold a lot more water. So this means if there is a dry spell, so a longer period with little rain or even a drought, the crop will be able to be maintained much longer.
For high elevation, planting of prolonged rainfall-tolerant varieties, specifically for carrot, is a success story.
Para kanyak ti talaga nga naadal mit ti climate change nga inkwada. Dakal nga agpaiso ti kasla nabawas diti usaran mi nga inputs.
In terms of the inputs that the farmers use, these farmer cooperators were also reminded of not using too much on nitrogenous fertilizers and of course even pesticides, because these are contributory to climate change. Of course they emit the gases that contribute to, which is actually a part of this problem on climate change, these greenhouse gases that pollute the air.
In addition, the institutional participation of an elementary school in pilot testing some of the options was also documented.
So, pinupunta namin dito yung mga kabataan, yung aming mga mag-aaral, para tingnan nila yung itinatanim ng mga magulang nila para malaman nila kung ano yung crop rotation. So, hindi mostly patatas ang itinatanim ng mga magulang nila dito sa paaralan, kundi meron din yung pagkatapos ng patatas, merong cabbage, pagkatapos nun, pwedeng carrots ulit, and then babalik naman ulit dun sa patatas para hindi magkakaroon ng sakit yung mga halaman.
In Ifugao, the following are good practice climate change adaptation options. For low elevation, these are homestead gardening and riverbank or creek rehabilitation by planting bamboos.
Aje ti pagkukuan mi ket aje tarong, utong, tapos aje siling aje amo hanga maanghang, tapos aje parya. Kenda aje karabasa aje ti ikukuan mi. Itaken ije nga to ije ti mulmula ak nagaje okra dagaje ti dati nga imulmula basta aje pinakbit nga makungkunada.
Maganda yung sa dito sa vegetable production. Lalo sa mga kababaihan. Manapintas ta oray mabadbati dati baleda lang no medyo nalawa di homestead area da, homestead garden area da. Mabalinda nga sila other source of income da.
In middle elevation, forest enrichment by planting fruit trees is an identified good practice.
Daytoy ayan mi kete ti lalakikin babakit idi kunada daytoy taltalon linisan daytoy kamuyuyungan apang daytoy kamuyungan kete pangalam lang ti pagsungrud mo ti kanem tapos hamo nga kuahan mo nga basta pukanin DJ kayo tan nga maibus DJ kayo ta DJ daytoy kayo kano kete pagapuan ti danum ta madanuman na daytoy taltalunin mitlang pangalan iti pagay nga kanin.
For agroforestry, this is not something new. This is not something new to them. They look at it as a good practice to protect the slopes of their farms and also as source of additional or to augment actually their income. But with the introduction of the project, we try to look at what else can we contribute or what else can we introduce, given that they are so interested actually in enriching already their existing crops.
Ito intenda nga na imula, kete ma-challenge ka nga mataripatumpay daytoy dagam.
And for high elevation, the selected options include planting alternative crops in abandoned rice fields, early transplanting of tinawun rice,
nasapsapa nga in transplant ket medyo adu di ko na nga
and nursery establishment for indigenous and fruit trees.
Ay nakunyo adat yung aming point kayo di mat pa di han ima awan ti makina manual ti aramid mo may hindi imay ti makina chenso awanin kung pumilita ulit di hanga mabadin agbanin nga ako ng chenso inaya din ang akong panin ano dagito ko purpose nga dagito training purposes pumada ito ti clock training purposes ano ko hindi makal dagito ang kami nang ala may kayo at train tayo so sad guys ang members jay no dati imbad na aywanam data nga imbad mo tanusim mayak data o di alaim ta pamula jay lutin kukuam data pamutay ano bayam mo alaga am data tabagin.
Good practices, if these are combined with knowledge-based or scientific-based technologies, This would be able to help the farmers become resilient in their farming practices. And then with the organization of the local working group, that if this is institutionalized, then we can look forward to having the project or the climate change options be sustained and even replicated in the other barangays within the municipality.
A follow-up of this project is to assist or sensitize the local government units to mainstream climate change adaptation in their regular activities and governance in the LGUs.
So the mainstreaming of climate change adaptation into the agriculture planning, into the agriculture finance, into policies is really important. It sounds very abstract, mainstreaming, but it's actually nothing else than considering climate change in all of these activities. So, and there we can maybe distinguish two ways to do it. One is that in general, the LGUs and the Department of Agriculture have to look at what they are doing and look if this is sustainable if they think about climate change. Is this still the right thing to promote if we think about climate change, also the major, more severe changes we are expecting in the next decades? That's a kind of a general screening of all the activities. But then also we really need more of these kind of adaptation projects, which the one we are here presenting, which specifically target climate change. But for that, to inform that, we also need more assessment. So I really think that what is needed is also more work on the assessment side to understand which areas are the most vulnerable, which groups of the population are the most vulnerable, and then to set up adaptation projects which specifically target those areas and specific hazards.